with I said it's gonna be only an hour for Schalke, already an hour and a half with Schalke, but hey, sometimes you got a lot of things to talk about. I blame Keith Van for keeping us on here too long, right? Let's talk about sporting director because lots of rumors have been flying over the last 24 to 48 hours. Maybe we have a new one. Well, first and foremost, there was a big rumor that came out um, yesterday, and this one was shared by Ruhr24, again from Schalke Fan Club UK, and says the search for a sporting director is in full swing at Schalke. Suddenly, an FC Bayern employee appears to be coming into focus. Schalke is seeking sporting director until the position is found. Yuri Mulder will act as director of professional football. We knew this. For this reason, the Dutchman will continue in this role until the end of the season to give Schalke time to complete the search. Apparently, there are talks of the new favorite. This could now gain momentum, according to Bild. Take it with a grain of salt. Schalke is in talks with Joachim Sauer, who has been head of the youth department at FC Bayern since 2017. Interesting. Sauer is right at the top of the list for Schalke. One attribute that speaks in favor of the Bayern boss is his expertise in youth development. After all, Royal Blues want to increasingly develop talent and sell it at a high price in the future. Yes. In that respect, yeah, you want someone who's really good at youth development because we are trying to build our youth academy and maybe not sell them, but yeah, the ability to sell them, but also have talented players that we could use to our benefit either way, right? Let's see. One attribute that speaks. I already read all that. The search for the sporting director is proving difficult. In January this year, Schalke's list of candidates for the position of sporting director was narrowed to 3 names. However, 3 months have passed, and then without an announcement, the search is proving difficult, and time is running out until the end of the season. According to Ruhr24, the framework is clear. The new Schalke sporting director is expected to be involved in planning for the new season. However, Ben Manga has the final say on the squad. Schalke's desired profile for the new sporting director. So that's a little caveat that's probably making the search so hard is that Ben Manga has final say. And as sporting director, you want to be the one with the last say, right? Shows how much they're invested in Manga. Meanwhile, Alex Heffer, chairman of the supervisory board at Schalke, explained the desired profile of the new sporting director at the end of 2024. We want a team player and a professional with broad football experience for Schalke, who represents operational and strategic sports competence and has successful experience in this regard, said the 47-year-old. Sauer appears to meet these requirements. Whether he ultimately joins the club remains to be seen. Well, he doesn't. He isn't one because from Kicker emerged another name that has people buzzing today with all kinds of commentary on it, and that is Frank Baumann. It says Frank Baumann becomes sporting director at Schalke, starts in the summer. I assume this is official. I haven't seen anything on Schalke's website. But Frank Baumann, sporting director at Werder Bremen between 2016 and 2024, will become the new sporting director at FC Schalke. This ends a month-long search, and the 49-year-old will officially start in the summer. Last fall, Schalke realized that not filling the position of sporting director after Peter Knabel's departure around the turn of the year hadn't been a particularly sensible idea. A search committee was set up, and after months of searching and numerous interviews with the candidates, Schalke have now reached their goal. According to information from Kicker, Frank Baumann will become the new sporting director of Schalke. The former sporting director of Werder Bremen will officially join the Ruhr club this summer. However, the 49-year-old will be already working behind the scenes. Very high requirements made the search difficult. Schalke values Baumann's extensive experience as a former professional, 356 games for Werder Bremen, German champion in 2004. He won the title with them, and his extensive experience at the management level, having experienced several highs and lows during his time at Werder Bremen. The specially formed search committee at Schalke found the former German national team player, runner-up in the 2002 World Cup, to be clear-spoken, opinionated, empathetic candidate with a balanced personality who is expected to make a lasting impact at the second division club. Accordingly, the contract is likely to be long-term. Anything under 3 years is unrealistic. The recruitment of a sporting director dragged on for several months, particularly because Schalke had very high standards. They were looking for a jack of all trades. Given the highly specific profile, the pool of serious candidates was limited. Freddy Bobic or Jörg Schmatke would have also been suitable. Schalke had talks with both of them, but an agreement could not be reached. Despite all the rumors, the appointment of former Knappenspeeder boss Oliver Runert was never a desired solution. Manga should continue his duties. It remains unclear what will happen next with Yuri Mulder and Ben Manga. Mulder has been serving as interim sporting director for months and is doing his job to the great satisfaction of the club's management, who are certainly considering appointing Mulder as sporting director permanently. Manga is expected to continue his duty as squad planner. Baumann's signing shouldn't change the club's fundamental approach. Schalke wants and must continue to scout the market for affordable players in the coming years who have had the potential to perform at a higher level and increase their value within a short time frame. Manga is considered an expert in this field. Is he? Is he? I think Rowan Schroeder's an expert in that field. My opinion. But people have said Manga's done great things. He did great things with Eintracht Frankfurt, so excuse me. The board will again consist of 3 members. All right, continues. Moussa Silla is the best example of this at Schalke. Manga acquired him from Pau FC in the French second division this summer for a fee of around 2 million euros, and now the Gelsenkirchen club is hoping for a transfer fee in the double-digit million range this summer. From a sporting perspective, the departure of Schalke's current top scorer would undoubtedly be a loss, but financially it would be a blessing for the heavily indebted club, which is expected to develop in the right direction again with Baumann's active support. So yes, Jack and I talked about Manga's undoubted success was Moussa Silla. Outside of that, it's questionable. Officially starting this summer, a 3-board member will once again be in charge of the club. Matthias Tillmann will serve as chairman, and Christina Ruhl-Hammers will be FC Schalke's chief financial officer. The appointment of a sporting director was absolutely necessary. Leaving the position unfilled for months meant Schalke lost valuable time in their efforts to soon become a fixture in the Bundesliga again. So, again, it is Frank Baumann as the new sporting director, allegedly. Now, people are obviously up in arms about it. And I think a friend, Alex, G.E., Gelsenkirchen, had a good summation of all the reactions today on Frank Baumann, the news of Frank Baumann. It really hit the spectrum of what all the reactions were. So, as Alex says, you can really hear everything from Frank Baumann. He's either completely rubbish, he's okay. Technically, he's top, prima. Experience. He's responsible for Bremen's relegation. He was responsible for Bremen's promotion and establishing them in the Bundesliga. So the reactions today were all over the place on Frank Baumann. Yeah, it is interesting take for sure. I don't know. I'm indifferent. It's not the worst name that we could have had for sure. I think it's okay. If you want to look at how Bremen are doing this season, obviously they took freaking our man from us, Marius Müller and Jens, right? But how are they doing this year, right? So you're looking at the table, and Werder Bremen are mid-table. They're 39th. 39 points. They are not even close to the relegation zone. Next year, Holstein Kiel, Bochum, and Heidenheim are likely. St. Pauli, maybe. St. Pauli needs... they got to give him a hand, though, on Heidenheim. So, Heidenheim, man. Oh, man. They did so well to start off. But yeah, Werder Bremen are mid-table. You know, they got... let's see some of their goal scorers that they developed this year. Obviously, Dux is still there. Marvin Dux. Weiser, Schmidt. Gruhl still there. Stock Bittencourt still there. So they developed a decent team there. So Battery's almost charged. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. If this is true. I haven't seen anything myself on Schalke's websites saying that this is true. I'll do a quick search to see if anything was announced, but I doubt it. I mean, we can take a look right here together. And there, look, the game got to Ulm. 14 years ago, when we beat Inter Milan, that was a great time. Nothing here. Talking about the officials for the game. Musa Silla. Nothing. Nothing on. Talking about Dom Drexler. Yeah, so nothing official. I'm sure they won't announce it until summertime, right? When it's official. But if it's Frank Baumann, I'm okay with it. Obviously, we're never going to get all of Ollie Runert. And it could have gotten a lot worse, I think, with the selection they made. He's obviously at Werder Bremen for a long time, so obviously he was doing good enough for them. Werder Bremen obviously was there for getting relegated, but got them back up in the Bundesliga, and now they're established in the Bundesliga, so he deserves credit for that. So if he can do anything like that, help us with our development. The one aspect that I'm unsure about is that Ben Manga still has all this power, and so did he have the final say at Werder Bremen? Was somebody else getting that? I don't know. But the fact that he'll be on the supervisory board should be good for the club. So yeah, I think it's a good signing there for Schalke. If is true, again, this comes from Kicker. But let's wait for some of the other outfits to confirm this or not. I haven't heard anything from Randy Ernst or Sky Derg or Florian Plattenberg or any of these guys like that. Some of these notable guys. Not to say the Kicker isn't notable, but yeah, curious. And who wrote this article? Let's see if it says it. Tony Lieto. So, okay, Tony Lieto wrote this. All right. He's reputable, I think. But yeah, let's see. I'm okay with it. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments.